to the 425th episode of Gantsilyera, a show and tell of crochet and craft related items. So, I'm your host Rose from the Philippines. Today is June 30, 2023. It's a Friday, and I'm taking the privilege to make a video today to show to you guys my recent projects. So the first item that I want to share with you guys is what I'm calling the long top. So I have made two of this already, and I have jotted down the specifications for it because I wanted to make more of them. I am enjoying working on this, so I am making plenty of it. So this is using the gradient yarn from Sogel, that is 6 ply, and these yarns are stranded. So now I was able to work on the green parts of it, and now I'm going to the orangey red parts. So I was able to work on the front part of it. So now I'm working on the back part, and I was able to work, or I was able to whip up the yoke part of it. So now I am on the other side, and I'm gonna use, maybe I will be able to use the orangey parts of this yarn here, and I will be left with the yellow and light orange ones. So I'm really enjoying working on it, so I'm making multiples of it, and it is my own recipe. I was able to jot down the number of stitches needed for this top here. So once this is done, I will show this to you in full view, wearing it, so that I can show you how it looks like in full view. So that's another long top, and I'm gonna also use my last gradient yarn to make another one of it, and this is the colorway for the last gradient yarn. I was hoping to buy more of this polyester yarns from Sogel, but I needed to save money for it first. She has been having some sales on Facebook lately, so it is quite tempting to buy from her lately. So that is the first project that I want to share with you guys. My Suki Rain from Iloilo asked me to make her some top. So I have been making in the past some mercerized cotton thread granny squares. You may have seen me collect those in the past. So I was able to make a somewhat top, but it didn't have the sleeves on it. So the other day, or the other time, Rain asked me if I can make her a granny square top, and she suggested that I put sleeves on it. So Stella is wearing it right now. This is how it looks like. So in the past, I was able to make a 5x5 panel of it, but then I unraveled the top part so that I can put sleeves on it. This is not yet done. I needed to tweak it a bit and put some edgings to it using the cream mercerized cotton, which is the overall color for the squares. And this has about 4 rounds of the different colors, and a 5th one for the cream colored one. So as you can see, it has so many ends inside. So I'm figuring out what to do with all of the ends so that I can hide them better. This is not done yet. I'm gonna put some edging on these bits here and also on the sleeves part. And for the bottom, it needs to be 18 inches high because that is what she said. So I'm going to put 1 more inch of the cream colored one because the length of this is approximately 17 inches. So I needed to put 1 inch of the edging at the bottom part of it. So that is how it looks like. And you may have seen me work on this granny square top, one that I made for Mavi. I was able to work on that one, and I have shown it to you already. And since Rain asked me to also make her a skirt, I have been contemplating about the sizing of it. I am researching it online if I can, so that I will know the sizing of it, So this is how it looks like so far, and I'm gonna show you later what it should look like. I forgot to say that I fitted that top to my sister and it fit her very well. So I'm gonna put that photo on the end bits of this podcast so that you can see it once worn, because it doesn't fit me. She is on the slimmer side, so I asked her to fit it so that I can show the picture to Rain. And since Rain asked me to make her a terno skirt for the top, I'm researching on it a bit. I have here a picture of what it should look like. So there's gonna be 2 rows of granny squares, which is gonna be on the middle part of the skirt. And she asked me to make it into a flare type of skirt that goes that way. So for the top part, I'm gonna incorporate the cream colored yarn or a cream colored thread, and it's gonna be a drawstring, so I'm gonna put string on it. And what she said to me is she has a 32 inches type of waist for the measurement of her waist. So I'm gonna make it much longer so that when you put a drawstring to it, you can adjust the sizing. And for the bottom part, I'm also gonna incorporate some mercerized cotton thread in cream. So I will increase on the side bits of it, and it should be about 16.5 inches long. So I'm in that part where I am anticipating working on it, but I am trying to work on it one by one or step by step. And this is gonna be on the middle part of the skirt, and I'm gonna make another round of it and figure out the top and the bottom part. The bottom part, it has some shell stitches on it, as I have seen from the picture that she sent me. So I just want to show you guys how it looks like on picture from my other cell phone. So this is how it looks like. So there's gonna be 2 rows of granny squares, and on the top there's gonna be an upper part and a lower part for it. The upper part has a drawstring, and the bottom part is using shell stitches, so it has that wave like to it. And then she also asked me to make her some bucket hat that also has some granny squares. So I tweaked it the last couple of days, and this is how it looks like. So for this one, I used milk cotton yarn. I worked on the top part with the increases, and I made the granny squares separately. And I divided the stitches into 6 because that is where I'm going to connect all of the granny squares. Was supposed to be this type of granny squares, but for the last round, I used, instead of double crochet, I used half double crochet so that it will fit it better. And then I was working on the brim part of it, but it became curly. I showed it to Rain, and she doesn't like it wavy or very curly because she said that it will look like a hat for a baby. So I unraveled it and I lessened my increase. So this is how it looks like. It has so many ends inside that I needed to weave in, but this is how it looks like once worn. So now she can wear it like that. It lessened the weaving of it. Mama really likes the color of this hat here. So that is how it looks like. And then she asked me to make another pouch which is fruit inspired, and this is how it looks like from the picture. So I just tried to imitate it using the freehand style, and this is how it looks like so far. Yesterday I was rushing on making it because we are going to the wake of our senior pastor in the afternoon, and I wasn't able to finish it yet, but this is how it looks like. The bottom part is not the type of shade, but I improvised a bit, and then it has a white bits to it, and then the red parts has those beads on it that I weaved in before I crocheted. So from the picture, it has those seeds that are sewn, but for this one I use the beads instead of sewing. So I am in that part where I'm going to put the what do you call it, the string on it. So this is how it looks like once I put the string, but I chained for as long as I can, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna single crochet all of the chains and measure it. She wanted a shorter strap, so that's what I'm gonna do. I was able to make her one of these bags from before, but it is bigger than this one, so you may have seen me work on one of these pouches here. It's really cute. I needed to put lining inside. I don't need to put zipper because it's a drawstring, and I needed to put a strap on it, a short one. So for the last project that I want to share with you guys, I want to be accountable in a way on working on my whips. So I want to have this series that I will be calling Finishing My Whips, and I'm gonna be doing that every podcast. I'm gonna try to finish my whips, maybe one of two of them, and then show you guys during my podcast. So for today, I was able to make the pom-pom of the Santa hat here. So this is the easiest one that I can finish, so I went ahead and made the pom-pom. I wasn't able to find this yarn here, the fuzzy one, so I rummaged my yarn and I found a pink yarn that is maybe a bit closer to the shading of this fuzzy yarn, and then I went and make the pom-pom for it, and then I put it on top of this hat. This is the second Santa hat that I was able to whip up. Marius owned the other one. They were here the last time, and he found the other Santa hat, and so he brought it downstairs, and he's gonna be wearing it for something. So that is the whip that I was able to make. So I'm gonna find more whips that I can finish right away and show you guys on my next podcast. I have followed Miss Jen's suggestion to list down all my whips and then cross them out whenever I finish one, and I find it quite satisfying in doing that. So I was able to cross out the cell phone stand and also the Santa hat, and I'm quite surprised that I have 53 whips that I have listed here, and the last ones will be the framing for the 2 diamond paintings that I was able to finish the other time. So I'm gonna be doing that every now and then, crossing out my whips that I have listed, and I hope that you guys can join me with my journey in it. Last Saturday, we were able to meet up with my Auntie Ellie and my Tito Alex. Auntie Ellie lives in Las Piñas, and she is very near with my Tito, so they were able to go together. So we meet up in Manila Memorial, so we were able to meet up there, and Auntie suggested that trip because she is quite sad lately, and she wanted to visit with her dad, or my lolo that has passed away. So we visited our dead relatives there, my lolo, my lola, and my tito. So we prayed there for a bit and chatted, and then afterwards we went to Ongping to have our lunch there, and we roamed around for a bit. They were able to buy some herbal medicines from there, and there are plenty of vendors selling fruits and vegetables also. So after a while, we separated with them. We went ahead and gone home because Mama's feet is getting sore. But it's quite nice to meet up with them. We haven't been able to meet up for a long time. So So it's quite refreshing to see them again. So I remember from the restaurant that we ate that it is the reception of one of my close friends from high school when she married the time. So it's quite refreshing also going there. So it's quite nice to visit with them once in a while, and I'm hoping that we will get to have a trip to Mindanao next, because Auntie wants to go to one of her cousins there because they are residing there right now. So I'm hoping that it's gonna be a good trip for us in the future. I installed this game on both of my phones called Papa's Burgeria and Papa's Freezeria. I remember discovering those types of games years ago with my siblings, and we used to play it. But it has a payment on it, but I was able to do that because I have GCash. And I am playing it on the side, but I was hoping that they have some upgrades to it, like maybe a uniform for the employee or more upgrades with the store. But on the side, I am really having fun playing with it. So I'm playing it on the side recently, something to look forward during the day after making some items or making some crochet once in a while. So those are most of the stuff that I want to share with you. I have some clips that I have took from the cemetery that I will put on the end bits of my video today. So I'm hoping that you guys are having some fun time crafting and some family bonding time of sorts, what I usually say. So it's gonna be that for today. I'm hoping you guys have a fun time, and also God bless everyone. Bye. Hey everyone, we're here back again, Manila Memorial. Hi guys, dito kami sa Ongping. Kasama ko sila Auntie Ellie at si Tito. Hinginain kami dito. Hey guys, dito kami sa Ongping. May kainan dito. Sama namin si Auntie.
Napakain na rin kami dito ni Rose.
Yeah guys. Ayan, may nagtitinda dito. Hindi si Auntie ng mentor.
Asan pa yung kape?
Hindi yan ang gamot.
Apat na 100. Isang tulingan.
Rainbow medicine. I was able to make this other pouch here using yellow beads. That is also an order from Edso. So I just want to show you before she gets it later.